Hey everybody! Oh, microphone's not fixed yet. Setting up stream and not even on the microphone yet. Hope everybody's doing all right tonight. Make sure that I actually have the right microphone. Yep, that's the right one. Hope everybody's doing all right. Good Thursday afternoon. Hope everybody enjoyed their holidays and all the stuff that's been going on. Hope everybody is having a really good night. Had a good New Year's and had a good Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and whatever everybody celebrates. Hope everybody enjoyed their holiday season. I'm doing things a little bit different tonight. Have things set up a little bit different. Kind of have my video editing software set up a little different tonight. So I've got a screen here like what I normally would do when I talk to my camera and give you guys some information. So tonight is, like I said, from the title of the video tonight, it's pretty much a free-for-all. So usually I do that when I don't have any idea of any questions to talk about. So if you guys have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask me anything. Like I said, I do these live streams for you guys, so if there's ever any question, I know that if you look in the description below of every video, I have a link there where you could actually line up time where you could talk to me. You can call me on the phone and talk to me, but it's you have to schedule a time to talk to me personally if you have personal questions that you don't really want to talk in chat. But for those of you that don't want to schedule a time, this is what I have Thursdays for. This is what I block this time for. My kids are in bed, and so I've got some time. I actually think my daughter is supposed to get up later and maybe come down and sit with me for a little bit. But other than that, I think everything's good tonight. So hopefully everybody is enjoying their evening and that they've, like I said, having a real good time. And so I want to make a joke, but I'm going to keep it to myself. So there were a few questions that came in over the week that I might go over later. But I actually thought I would scroll through Reddit tonight and look up some questions that are actually on Reddit, see if it's anything that you guys would be interested in. Until, some questions come in chat. I see that people are starting to roll in now. I got more people kind of showing up in the chat room. So, hey, you guys, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. That's what I'm here for. But let's go ahead and switch over to the scene I usually use. And we'll go, whoa. Man, everything's all weird now, isn't it? Let's see, let's put that down here like this. There we go. Can you do your own chemical termite treatment? Can you do your own chemical termite treatment? You can do your own chemical termite treatment, but I don't recommend it. The reason I don't recommend it is because the equipment required to do an adequate termite job, so it's a lot. It's a lot to do. You can do it yourself, but you're going to spend more money in investments in all the equipment and stuff that you have to use than you would, just paying somebody else to do it. And you get all that insurance too. One of the things about hiring a pest control technician, whether it is to do your bedbug services or your termite services or your cockroaches or whatever it is you happen to be having issues with, you do get that little bit of insurance there that if a mistake is made, you can usually get things rectified. But with termites, the problem with termites is, so the way that I do a termite treatment is I use Termidor or Taurus. It's a chemical application. And that's, like I said, this is Virginia, so we have eastern subterranean termites. It really just depends on the type of termites you're trying to deal with. But an eastern subterranean termite lives underground. And so they have to come up from the ground to get the wood and take it back to the colony underground to feed them. So you can treat effectively the soil around the foundation of your house, and this will keep the termites out of your home. So that's the way that you actually eliminate termites from your house, is you create a chemical barrier in the soil around the foundation of the house. And I actually have a video I'm in editing right now on termite work. So I'm gonna actually, that should go up either next week or the week after. I still have to edit it, but and I have a whole new series that I've actually already filmed. I think it's 8 episodes for you guys. They're just it's a mini series. It's not very many videos at all. I mean, not videos, but length. They're not very lengthy videos. They're actually really short videos. Like I did a few years ago when I did like my Myth May. I was going to plan on having a video available for you guys a little more often than just 2 videos a week. So hopefully that will work out well for me when I get all of those edited and uploaded for you. But with termites, to adequately treat a termite, you have to use gallons of chemical. It's not just and I don't really have a preference to HE or TC, but I can't remember where I was going with that. It's been a long day. I'm tired. I'm still in my uniform actually, and so I hadn't even dressed down yet once I got home, but so the way you treat termites is you have to use gallons of chemical to treat a house. It's based on linear footage and square footage, is how many gallons that you use. And it is a mathematical equation to figure out exactly how many gallons you use. And if you're not careful, you can actually poison groundwater, you can poison well water, and it's not actually recommended unless you're a professional to do your own termite treatment ever. I don't recommend it. You really should hire somebody to do termite treatments, because if they poison groundwater or they poison the well water, they have to pay for it. If you poison the groundwater, you poison well water, you will pay for it. So and most of the time your insurance will not cover that kind of misuse of pesticide, because they would deem it as misuse of pesticide because you really don't know what you're doing. So anyway, tonight I was actually going to go over some, let's see, screen capture. Is it going to work for me? There we go. So I thought I'd scroll through the Reddit. Reddit is something that I usually don't do. I usually don't look at. Cook. I was talking about termites. Calvert had asked a question about termites, and so I thought I would respond. Tonight's all free for all. Ask any question you want. You could ask any question about pest control that you're interested in, and I can talk to you about it. But if you want to talk about bed bugs or termites or powder post beetles, wood borers, ants, cockroaches, silverfish, whatever, I'm here for any question that you have. So I know it's called the Bedbugs Show, and it's actually, the theme of the show is typically bed bugs, and mainly that's because when I started my YouTube channel, the very first video I ever did was about bed bugs, and it took off like crazy, and I never expected the very first video that I would ever release would, have close to 200,000 views now, and that bed bugs are such a popular thing to talk about on YouTube. And so but I named it the Bedbug Show because that's what people know me for. That's what I'm known for, is bed bugs. So, but it's basically anything. If you want to ask any question about bugs at all, you're welcome to ask me anything that you want, and I'm here to answer your questions. But I thought I'd go over Reddit. So I don't know if very many of you guys use Reddit or not, but every now and then you can scroll through and find some pretty interesting questions. So I noticed this one right here. This is something that I get a lot. This is a very common thing that I see. People send me pictures. I see people comment all the time about this. But this is a picture right here this is actually, like I said, it's a Redditor that actually posted this picture. This is a carpet beetle. So a lot of people get confused when they see something like this, and they think, because a lot of times these are actually found on the bed. So I actually had a question from somebody the other day. They actually asked me, they sent me a picture of a dead carpet beetle, and they asked me if they were sure that it was bed bugs. They were getting these sores on their arms and all over their body. And so carpet beetles, you can actually have allergic reactions to carpet beetles. They are very similar to bed bug reactions. So you can have little sores pop up all over your body, sometimes 3, 4, 5 bites in a row. And so it's really common with carpet beetles to get those kinds of sores, and they actually live in and around your beds. And so it's really common to get similar cuts and sores, or not cuts, but actual allergic reactions to these. And so if you do have bites or things on your body from around your bed when you're laying in the bed, it may not be bed bugs at all. It might actually be carpet beetles. But I wanted to show this because I was scrolling through Reddit and I saw this post and how they had found this, and they thought it was a bed bug because they said, see, are these bed bugs? Was the question that was asked. And so I wanted to just actually show you guys this picture and explain to you that it's actually a carpet beetle, but they were found, see, they found them latched under the mattress, is what they said. Now, you may not be able to see that because my video here is in the way. But if you look at that there, see, it says that they were found latched under the mattress. So it's actually a really common thing to find these carpet beetles around and underneath your bed. So Cook says, did you ever post a video about spiders? I've been busy and never got a chance. Tuesday. Tuesday, my spider video is going live. So let me show you. It's easiest to do it this way. So if you go to YouTube, I'm going to show you. So next week is a really cool thing I'm doing. I've been doing these recently. I've done a few. It's actually it's going to be a lot like this. So this is a live stream. I am streaming this live with you. I'm here to answer your questions. Whatever you ask, I'm here. But with the premiere. So I have a premiere coming. So if you go to Green Acres Pest Control here. So there I am. There's my video there. That's me live, which you should click subscribe. And after you click subscribe, go over to the channel, and then if you haven't clicked it yet, you can click it again. There it is right there. But if you go to videos, these are all of my videos. Now this one here is coming up next Tuesday. I already got it. It premieres in 4 days. So if you'll look here, this video actually premieres in 4 days. See? So at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So the reason I like to do premieres is because I can sit there in chat with you and talk to you about spiders or any other, questions. So we can kind of sit there and watch the video together. I like to do that for longer videos that usually, because sometimes I make a video and it's a bunch of rambling, and I talk a lot. There's a lot to say. I try to get it said as quickly as I can, but sometimes it can take 20 minutes or so to actually explain how to do something like this. And so this is a how to get rid of spider video that I made for Tuesday. January the 12th is when it's released. And then you can go and you can watch that. And we can sit live and we can chat about it. But now you're not going to see my picture like you do now, where here I am, my picture's on the screen, and I'm actually talking with you. I actually just sit there for the length of the video. And I have another video going live as well that has to do about ants. That's also going to go up soon as well. So I've got several videos I've recorded. This is my last video that I've actually edited and gotten up. It's taken me a while. It's actually been an extremely busy January for pest control, and so I haven't really had a lot of time to get on and actually edit the videos. And some weeks, if you notice that I don't do a video on Tuesday, it's because I'm just overloaded. I just don't have the time to do it because I run my own pest control company. I do YouTube. I have a family, 3 children. My youngest is 2. My middle is 7. And my oldest is almost 16. He'll be 16 on the 21st. So happy birthday, Rory. But yeah, so everybody is kind of keeps me busy, and I got to spend time with the family. That's pretty important. So, but anyway, yes. So Tuesday night, go ahead. What you do is you go on this page right here, and you can click down here at the bottom, and you can actually click. Once you click subscribe, you can actually tell it to send you notifications. And it will actually notify you as within, I think it's 30 minutes of when it actually goes live, to say, hey, remember, you wanted to watch this video. And one good thing about a premiere, if you watch the video when it premieres, it doesn't show any advertisements. You can actually watch the video all the way through with no ads. So it actually plays from the beginning to the end with no ad interruptions at all. You can just sit there and watch the whole thing. So that's the really cool thing about a premiere, is that YouTube doesn't put any advertisements on it at all. I can just sit there and I can talk to you with no ad interruption. So I suggest you try to watch the premieres when they go live, because it's the fastest, best way, no interruptions or anything like that. So, and I'm there. You know, I've tried to be there every premiere I do, so you guys can sit there and talk with me during the video. So, go ahead and turn off my screen now. But yeah, I put me. Let's see here. Let's see, where is it? That dance across the screen. So, I have scratches on my shoulders and back. Do you know what would be causing that? It also itches. So if you're having scratches on your shoulder, that doesn't sound like a bug of any kind. Tell you what happens to me. So I have a horrible habit. See these fingernails? I don't have any, because I bite my nails. I'm horrible, horrible, horrible nail biter. I've bit my nails my entire life since ever I can remember. Even when I was a little kid, I remember my mother telling me you shouldn't bite your nails. All right, it's a gross, disgusting, horrible habit. But they're jagged. They're real jagged edges. And I toss and turn at night. I don't sleep the best. And I have a lot of, what is it? What is it when you can't sleep?
You have restless legs.
Restless legs. But no, it's actually when you can't sleep.
Insomnia.
Narcolepsy? What's narcolepsy?
I don't know.
Narcolepsy. I don't know. Insomnia. I suffer from insomnia. I don't know why I thought narcolepsy. I'm going to have to look that up. What is narcolepsy?
Never heard of it.
Narcolepsy. Narcolepsy is excessive daytime sleepiness. Yeah, I have that too. I can sleep anywhere. Yeah, I got narcolepsy. Probably because I have insomnia. But anyway. So I suffer from insomnia at night. So but also I have weird dreams and stuff at night. And I scratch myself, and I itch, and I scratch myself. And I'll wake up in the morning, and I'll have these scratches all over because my nails are so jagged. I have this horrible habit of biting my nails. And so that happens to me all the time. I'll reach over and I'll scratch my arm or scratch my elbow or something like that, and I'll have these gashes in my arm where my nails are so jagged. So that's what happens to me. But as far as actual scratches that itch and stuff on you, I have no idea what would be causing that. As far as bugs, I fall asleep anywhere. Yeah. Well, see, I fall asleep all the time. I sleep anytime I get a chance to sleep. But I wasn't that way until we had kids. Yeah, I started having children and realized that, boy, they really do make you tired. They make you really, really, really tired. So when you're really tired all the time, you fall asleep anywhere. So, but like I said, kids will make you tired. And my business is a little different in that I'm 24 hours. So if a call comes up in the middle of the night, I go out and I take care of it too. So some nights I don't even sleep. I finally bought Alpine WSG. Used it for the first time yesterday. It's a good chemical. I actually had a guy call me. He was a pest control guy from, I think it was, I can't remember where he was from, somewhere out of state. And he said that he was having a really hard time getting rid of cockroaches. And so the cockroaches were a really difficult issue in an apartment building he's trying to manage, and he does the pest control for the apartment building, and he's using different chemicals and like Demon Max and a couple of other things he's swapping back and forth between. He's having a really hard time killing cockroaches. And so I told him to use Alpine WSG because the stuff is absolutely amazing. If you, I've used it on cockroaches and eliminated a whole entire house full of cockroaches in just a couple of months. I've used it in businesses and been able to get rid of cockroaches in restaurants with just one treatment. So it's an amazing pesticide. I love Alpine WSG. The only problem is it's very expensive. And yes, and it does. It's the best way. So I've got a video that I just did last week. If you go back, let's see here. If I can go back to my scene here and share my screen again. So if you go back to the YouTube channel, the video I just made is right here. Let's
Disney.
Mute that. I don't want to hear that. All the ads. See, this, like I said, this is the good thing about a premiere is you don't have any of the ads that YouTube puts up here or anything like that. But man, it's really buffering. Probably because I'm streaming with you guys. But if you go in here and you look, this is actually a video. So I'll just go back here. But if you look here at this video, it's mix Crossfire or Alpine WSG correctly. So if you're having a problem actually mixing Crossfire, that is the latest video that I did, was to show how to actually mix the chemical. So I would go there, and like I said, when you go to my YouTube channel like this, just click subscribe. Now you see this, I'm gonna ask you guys for a favor. Now I don't ever do this, ever. Well, I do it on every video. I always ask people to like and subscribe to the video if they like it and stuff, because you need to ask people. If you want them to subscribe to you, you need to ask them. But I've got this link right here. So you see this? This is 12.2 thousand subscribers. That's how many subscribers I have to my YouTube channel. So we got to get this to say 100,000 subscribers, because then when they do that, they send you this cool little thing. It's like a little plaque with a silver little play symbol on it, and I just want to get one because I think it'd be cool. But anyway, I'd be like the only person in Bedford, Virginia, down here in little Southern Virginia that's got one. I think it'd be neat to have one mounted on the wall, put it right there behind. But anyway, so subscribe to my channel. So it helps people understand how to get rid of bugs. Because honestly, I just want to help people. I don't care either way. As long as people get the help they need, you don't have to subscribe. So, let's see. Cook says my sister friend is having a huge problem with roaches, so I'm gonna have to send her your video. Yes, do that. Do that. It'll help her a lot. It really will. I just wanted to say, Dora Bella says, I just wanted to say it works. I don't have any bed bugs. Thank you so much. I'm the one who sleeps in a recliner. I just have 2 questions. Is the chemical harmful, and do I need to continue? Okay, so Crossfire is one of the safest pesticides on the market for bed bugs. It is extremely safe. As long as you follow the label. That's why I started putting this thing. Let me show you again. I started putting this warning at the beginning of all of my videos. And the reason I started putting this warning at the beginning of all of my videos is because people do stupid things with pesticides. And I don't want people to do stupid stuff with pesticides. So you should always read the label of your chemical before you use anything. And as long as you follow the label and you do not break the label, it's safe. And it says so on the label. It says as long as you're in accordance with the label, you're not going to poison your pets, you're not going to poison yourself, you're not going to poison anybody. So it's very important to follow your label. This is really, really important. So as long as you do that, then you're fine. But you do not need to continue to service your home with Crossfire if the bed bugs are dead. Now that doesn't mean you can treat it if you want, as far as like a preventative. If you have family that has bed bugs and you're worried they might continue to bring bed bugs into your home and continue to infest your home, let's say you babysit your grandchildren, or you watch someone else's children, or you have people over for a holiday get-together or something like that, then it's a good idea to treat your home preventatively for bed bugs, especially with people that you're not used to having in your house and you're not sure if they have bed bugs or not. It's not a bad idea to go ahead and do a prevention like once a month, just a preventative pest control service. And that's not a bad thing, but I would be careful what you use in the house. You use only the things that are recommended indoors and follow the label, and don't sway from the label in any way. If the label says to mix, like for example, Alpine WSG. So Alpine has several different applications. It's got, like, for bed bugs, it's this many grams per gallon. For roaches, it's this many grams per gallon. If it's fleas, it's this many grams per gallon. And so if you're getting rid of a specific type of pest, follow the directions for that pest. If it says 10 grams, don't mix 30. Mix 10 grams, because that's what it says to do. And so always follow the label, and you're not going to make yourself sick. It's really important when you're dealing with pesticides. Pesticides kill bugs. And while most of the chemicals that I actually promote on my channel are very safe, even for the regular consumer to use, you're going to be hard-pressed to hurt yourself. You still want to follow the label of everything, because the label's there to protect you. That's what it's for. And now that I've beat a dead horse, but I try to say this on every video, but that's why I have, this is because I sometimes forget. And so I want to make sure you guys know that I don't want you to get hurt. And that's why it's there. So, Judy says, just used Crossfire for bed bugs 2 weeks ago. If I'm self-treating and I live in a shared wall complex, do I need to respray every month until I move out? No, you don't. You just have to treat until they're dead. Do you know that your neighbors have bed bugs? That's the thing. You may be the only one there with them. And if you're the only one with bed bugs, you only need to treat till you kill them. And it's only once a month. So a lot of people will treat their house like all the time. They'll buy the Crossfire, and if they see another bed bug, they treat. You don't need to do that. So let me explain. Let me show this. Now, I go over this sometimes. If you, let's see. All right, so let's share this. Let's share this one again. I'm switching all over the place today. I feel like I'm all professional. So if you go here and you look at this label here, this is MGK. This is the company that actually makes Crossfire. They're the producer of Crossfire. MGK. Great company. If you scroll down and you look, let's close that. If you go down here, you can look at the label before you even buy the chemical. So you click the label, and there's the label. This is a Crossfire label. This is what I said when you have to follow the label. The label is the law. This is the label. This is all the directions that you need to understand how to use Crossfire. So if you scroll down and you look at this label, it will tell you exactly what to wear. It tells you, like, if you get it on your skin, what you should do, or your clothes, storage and disposal, like how to throw away the containers when you're done using them and all that stuff. And so, and how to store it and all this stuff. So it's a real easy label, but it's only 2 pages. It's one of the simplest labels because Crossfire is only for bed bugs. So chemicals that are for more than different, like Alpine is not just for bed bugs. It's also for cockroaches and silverfish and spiders and all kinds of things. So you've got a long label describing how to mix it for each pesticide, for each pest you're eliminating. But if you go through here and you actually look at the product restrictions, it's like, this product is not for use on humans or animals. Do not spray product directly on pets. Not for broadcast use, which is don't spray it all over the floor. That's what that means. This right here, this is where I'm reading from, just in case you guys need to see what I'm reading. Do not use in commercial or food processing preparation. And so there's all these different rules and regulations as to where you can and can't use it. But if you're wanting to do it, it'll actually say here how often to treat. Let's see if I can find it. It says, all right, close the spray tank, shake thoroughly to ensure proper suspension. For optimal results, solutions should be used within 24 hours of being prepared. Spray tank solution should be shaken prior to each use, or if the application is interrupted, diluted mixture may be stored overnight. I don't recommend storing it overnight, though. Mix it, use it right away. Okay, so it says here that to prepare the diluted spray, fill the sprayer tank with half the total water to be used. So I show this in the video that I just did last week. It actually just went live Tuesday this week. But I explain this. I show you. I fill the tank half full of water. I pour the concentrate in. I fill it the rest of the way with water. I shake it real good. That's the way you mix it up. But you should use warm water. And like Boss or Ben said earlier, it took forever for the Alpine to dissolve in water. The reason that is because it's a granule and you really need to use warm water. It helps with emulsion. It works a lot better that way. Let's see here. Trying to find. For best results, vacuuming surfaces is recommended prior to treatment. Spray bed bugs, eggs directly whenever possible. Apply as a pin stream, coarse spray, low pressure spray, crack and crevice, carpet perimeter. So see, it tells you exactly what to do. Carpet perimeter means just the edges of the carpet, not the entire total carpet. Bed frames, windowsills, treating pets' living environment, spray around the pet beds. There is a spot on here, and I cannot find it. Let's see. If I do Control F, and then weak. Well, maybe they've changed the label. It doesn't say how often to treat on this label. For indoor use only. Maybe it's on the SDS. I'm not sure. One more, please. Is it normal for my cat to be addicted to Crossfire? What? No. I don't even think that's possible. It doesn't affect mammals. Okay, so Judy says Just use Crossfire. Do I need to respray every month until I move out? But I only use it once a month because it does last for 30 days. Let me see if it's the SDS. See, this is what's bothering me now. I've got to find this. This is in Spanish. I can't read Spanish. Maybe it was on an older label because they do update the labels every so often. But I know that Crossfire can be used once a week. If anybody knows where to find that, let me know because I would actually like to, because I know I read it. This product, okay, here we go. Crossfire, I found it. Okay, so instructions. Crossfire Bedbug Concentrates patented technology provides residual control for up to 4 weeks, which is a month, after application, as is scientifically formulated to target pyrethroid resistant as well as susceptible bedbug strains. So that's why I said it lasts for 4 weeks. You don't have to treat every week. You could treat once a month. That's all. So sorry it took me so long to find the answer to your question, Judy, but that's the answer to your question. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. Andrew says, hey man, your video saved my home from bed bugs. I just wanted to thank you. A few months of Crossfire and some hard work and we are free. Good job. That's great. I have a plastic sterile bin with clothes in it. Don't have a drawer. Could bed bugs get in? Yes, they can, but it's not likely, but they can. They can get into it, but it's not likely. Judy says, thank you. I definitely needed the answer to that because I thought for sure my neighbors gave my daughter's room bed bugs because of the laundry room. I tell you what, a lady contacted me today, and she said her little boy was out playing with his friends, and one of the neighbors had left a mattress out for the garbage pickup, and they were rolling around on the mattress, picked up bed bugs, and brought them in the house. And she's had them ever since Halloween. So, you know, it's better if you're going to throw away your furniture to actually take it to the dump so people don't take your stuff into their house. Because people don't know that you got bed bugs, and they play on your kids or something, play on you know, the stuff out on the road and end up bringing them in the house. Lanita Skinner says, I never seen bed bugs in my house, but have unexplained pimple-like bites. I have had my house sprayed twice. The exterminator said he doesn't think I have bed bugs. What else could it be? It could be carpet beetles. It could be spiders. It could be ants. Ants make little pimple-type bites on you, too. Judy says, I don't know where they came from. We literally don't go anywhere. Maybe neighbors or Amazon boxes. I have not been bitten since we treated. So I did a video a few years ago. Let me show you. About Amazon. And let's go back. Green Acres Pest Control. And go here. And then click subscribe because you guys are going to do that. And then go videos. And then search the videos and search Amazon. I think you can search Amazon. Is that it? Save money on bedbugs, Amazon Prime. There's a video in here that I talk about bed bugs being brought in from Amazon boxes. Oh man, I got so many bed bugs videos to have to sift through. But anyway, there's a video on my channel. If you go through and look, find it. It's about, so I used to do a customer's house who actually did shipping for Amazon, and what they would do is they would have these boxes of like car chargers and stuff like that, and the car charger, they had these, you know, they were contracted out through Amazon. So this was years ago. This was like when Amazon was just getting into sales, and so they had a lot of people locally that would deliver packages for people. And I thought to myself then, I was like, well, what if this guy had cockroaches and the cockroaches were in a box? Well, now that bed bugs are so bad, what if people have bed bugs? You know, it's a possibility. If they're still doing that. I don't know if Amazon still does that or not, though. Green Planted Channel says, what's up? Watching you on the break at Lowe's. Hey, cool. I love Boston, by the way. I drove through Boston. That's a cool city. About 4 years ago, I went through Boston. I love it out there. Let's see. Dorabella says, one more please. Is it normal for my cat to be addicted to Crossfire? I already answered that. He licks it all the time. Don't let your cat lick chemical. Don't let your cat lick the pesticide. Don't do that. I mean, if it's dry, it's not gonna hurt the cat. Once it's dry, it's not gonna come off. But don't let the cat lick Crossfire. You should keep your cat till it's dry. Yes, Chaos Omen is correct. You should keep your cat away from it till it's dry. You're supposed to keep all children and pets and adults out of the room until it's dry, because you don't want people to come in contact with wet pesticide. The main thing is whether Crossfire is safe or not is not the question. It needs to be where it needs to be to kill the bed bugs. And if an animal or a person is coming through tampering with where the chemical has been treated, they're going to take the chemical away from the treated area, and then it's no longer going to be in the treated area where it needs to be to kill the bed bugs. So it's very important to let it dry before you let people or pets back into the room. James W. says, before I got pest control job, I didn't even know bed bugs were real. I always thought don't let the bed bugs bite was just a saying. Yep, like the boogeyman, a way to keep your kids in the bed. Don't because you get out of bed, the bed bugs might bite you, you know. Cook says, an ant bite bit me in my head. Andrew says, my MGK Crossfire label says residual effect lasts up to 4 weeks. Chaos Omen says, oh, last look, the pump sprayer link was broken. So the pump sprayer link is broken. All right, so this is one of the problems with pumps. So I recommend B&G. So Amazon.com. And this is one of the problems I've got right now. So you go B&G sprayer. All right, B&G sprayer. All right, so these are all the different sprayers that you can buy on Amazon. So the problem is, like, you could get like this hose. This is a replacement hose right here. This is for the one. I just fixed one of my B&Gs with that. This is the multi-jet tool. This is the different parts. You could buy all the parts for a B&G, but you can't actually find. There's a B&G right there. Found one. There it is. But that thing right there is $562. If you want a B&G, let me show you. If you go to do your own pest control, let's do a search and go there. There you go. Go here and then search B&G like that. And there's a sprayer. Well, that's a foamer. That's not a sprayer. Let's see. B&G gallon sprayer. Oh shoot, come on now. There's one. There's a 2-gallon stainless for $3.85, and that holds 2 gallons of chemical. You can get them cheaper. Let's see. Let's put a 1-gallon sprayer. There's a 1-gallon sprayer right there for $2.85. So that's a lot cheaper than Amazon. I don't understand why Amazon is so expensive right now. You don't want the foamer, because this is not right. You want the actual sprayer. But if you want a B&G, if you want to buy that, I'm going to do a video, though. I'm actually going to do a video when I get the chance. It's really tough to find the time to do this type of video. But when you go to Amazon and you look at sprayers, I want to take the top rated and actually show you which one would work the best, so you could actually buy one on Amazon cheap if you're going to do your own pest control. The reason I recommend B&Gs is because it has everything to do with the fact that thing's going to last you forever. I've had my B&Gs for 5 years since I've been in business for myself, and they still work brand new. As long as you do your maintenance on them and keep them clean, they last forever. My dad started his company in 1985. He's still in business with his original B&Gs. They still work. So you cannot get a sprayer at Walmart to last, 35 years, 40 years. You're just not going to be able to do that. They're not going to last. But this will last forever. It'll last a lifetime. And so that's why I recommend these. I know they're expensive. I know they're pricey. A lot of people who watch my channel to learn how to save money, and I'm trying to help people the best I can. But when you're buying a quality product like Crossfire, you really should put it in a quality piece of machinery like a B&G. That's just my opinion. but I've been doing pest control all my life, and there's nothing like it. We did buy a couple of sprayers when we were doing some remodeling at the house to use some vinegar spray and stuff when we were taking down the stippled ceiling, and they worked pretty good. And I actually thought that would probably be the best one if you were to buy one yourself, but they're like $25. I think you can buy one at Lowe's. But I'm going to do a video actually explaining the differences between each tank and why you would pick one over the other to give you an idea of what you need to actually purchase to do your own pest control at home. So, yeah, and that's right. Nosh says, I have 3 B&Gs. I had mine a few years. They're great. Just keep the inside clean. And that's right, because the inside, if the inside gets dirty, it'll clog up your screens and all kinds of stuff, and they're gross. So, so let's see if I can catch up back to where I was. Can carpet beetles spread from house to house? Yes, carpet beetles come in outside. They absolutely can spread from house to house. Should I wait for bed bugs to reappear before spraying again? That's up to you. Judy, you can wait. I would. I usually tell people that if they're still seeing bed bugs after the 4-week period that Crossfire is effective, to give me a call and I'll come back out and I'll treat again. Most of my customers I don't have to do a second treatment on, but I have had to do a few in the really extreme cases where the bed bugs are just really, really bad. I have had to do follow-ups. But most of my customers I don't. Most of the ones I do, the first treatment's all it takes, and that's all you need to do. And you don't need to spray anymore. Now, if they call you back, did have a guy call me. I treated his house 3 years ago, and he just now started getting bed bugs again from a neighbor, and so I need to go back out there and treat his house again. But it's been 3 years, But it has to do a lot with, who you hang out with, who you let come over, who you visit. This is one of the things that, if you can reduce that, as to who you actually hang out with. If you know they have bed bugs, just don't hang out with them and you won't get bed bugs. Don't take them for a ride in your car. Don't drive them around places. You'll get them in your car and then you'll bring them in your house. You can treat your house with your car with Crossfire. Let's see. Sorry, I go silent. I'm trying to read all the comments. It's a lot. How many people are here? Just 16. Not very many tonight. Lots of questions though. I try to keep my shoes on when I spray it, and my daughter doesn't listen and always goes back in there before it dries. Yes. So when I do a bed bug job, I make people leave the house completely. Now I don't know what they do when I leave. They might come back in the house or whatever. But I always tell people they have to leave, or I won't even do the job. So it's important that people leave the house so that they can, so they're not moving the chemical around. Let's see. Does cold air in cars kill bed bugs? No, it doesn't. So like if you're thinking if you leave them in the winter that you're not going to have bed bugs come summertime, that's wrong. They can live in the car in the cold. It doesn't kill them. It'll kill roaches, but it won't kill bed bugs. Bed bugs can survive in extreme cold. So actually does cold, because I actually researched this. So cold temperatures can kill bed bugs if they are severe. Now this is severe. This is below 0. And it has to be below 0 for at least 4 days. So below freezing for at least 4 days. And this is 0 degrees Fahrenheit, not 0 Celsius, because 0 Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. It's 0 degrees Fahrenheit for bed bugs to die, and it has to stay that way for 4 days. Nowhere in Virginia does it get down below 0 for 4 days straight. It just doesn't. Even during the day, the temperature goes up, it's back up, and then it comes down at night, and it goes back up. It has to maintain a 0 degree temperature for at least 4 days for bed bugs to die. They are very hardy, very resilient, and in fact, even heat treatments, the heat has to be up above 125 degrees to kill the eggs. So and it has to maintain that temperature for like between 4 and 8 hours. So in order to ensure that they're dead from heat. And so that's why I usually don't recommend heat treatments, because it is so hard to maintain that temperature throughout the entire house, So let's see here. We've got a question from Chaos. I have a question about spider mites. Can they come in your house? Yes, they can. About 6 months ago, I was finding little red bugs that look like spider mites all over the place. Yes, absolutely they can. I've treated houses for spider mites all the time. It's really common. In fact, it kind of makes you wish you still had like things like Dursban granules and stuff around, because those things killed spider mites really well. But you can't get those anymore. Should I rotate treatment with Alpine WSG or just use Crossfire? I would just use Crossfire is what I would do. You don't want to, if you do decide to rotate pesticides, Judy, and use the Alpine can't be used on the mattress where Crossfire can. Alpine can only be used on box springs, but it can't be used on the mattress. So keep that in mind if you decide to rotate chemicals and you want to use a separate tank. So don't use the same tank to mix Alpine and Crossfire. Make sure you have a separate tank for one and the other. That way you're not cross-contaminating and you're not causing the Crossfire to not work. Because Crossfire is really expensive, so is Alpine, and you don't want to cross-contaminate the one with the other. So use two different tanks. Yeah, I do have a video on treating the car. It's hard to find it because it's kind of mixed in, but I'm going to do one on actually just how to treat the car. I'm going to do one just on that. The one that I do, I don't think it's actually, let me see. So if I go to my YouTube, and let's go back. I could just use the, let's see, search, let's see, car. Oh yeah, it is. I do. It's pretty easy. How to treat your car for bugs. Yep, there it is. So let me show you what it looks like. So right here, you go to Green Acres and you click this little button right here, subscribe, and then you search car bed bugs. You get there's the video. It looks like a little beetle. See, it's like a bed bug. So you click here. And it's like 16 minutes, but if you deal with the stupid ads, and then you skip. And I'm weird. So let's see if I can skip into here. It actually, there we go. There we go. So you want to skip to about 11:30 or 11:17. And I'm in my own car. And you got to forgive me. My car is a wreck. I live in my car because I work in my car. So if you go here, you see there's my shoe. I'll show you exactly where to treat. I talk to you about how to treat in your car and where to actually, treat for bed bugs, where the bed bugs like to hide. See how the carpet actually joins up with the plastic there. I always say to treat around the edges, up underneath the dash, around the edges here. You want to make sure you treat all around there. Now, you don't need to broadcast the whole floor, but you do need to treat around where the carpet goes. Those are places that the bed bugs like to hide. Where the seats clamshell together, see how they fold right there? You want to treat inside that fold, around like your seatbelt. See like this little crack right here? You want to treat in there. Around these edges and stuff, in the seams, because the bed bugs, if you got to think, if you sit on this seat and you've got bed bugs like in your pockets, or a friend of yours rides with you and they have bed bugs in your pockets, and the bed bugs slide out and they go into those little cracks right there, that's where they're going to retreat through. They're going to go out of your pockets and go right into the cracks of the seat. So that's why you need to make sure you treat those areas, because that's where the bed bugs are going to go to. Let's see. What do you recommend I use for carpet beetles? Anything for beetles. Any pesticide for beetles. Most all pesticides are labeled for beetles. So just about anything will kill carpet beetles. It's most all pesticides have beetles on the label. So it doesn't have to say carpet beetles specifically, because carpet beetles pretty much have the whole, they have all the same, body parts and everything. So usually the pesticides all work the same. But yeah, so usually I recommend, just about anything will kill carpet beetles. I don't think I have a video on carpet beetles, but I need to make one if I don't. I don't know if I do or not. Honestly, I've got so many, I have no idea what I've done and what I haven't done. Let's see, thanks for doing this live. I have cockroaches. I hired an exterminator. They told me that they're coming from the sewer. I'm working on sealing up any cracks, drains are closed. Any other advice? Okay, so what kind of cockroaches do you have? I need to know that, because if they're just oriental cockroaches, they probably are coming from the drains. They will come from the sewer. But if it's German cockroaches, then they're probably not coming from the sewer. Chaos Omen says, do I just use conventional bug spray to kill them? Yeah, like I said, anything that's actually labeled for carpet beetles. You don't have to use anything really expensive. I mean, not carpet beetles, but beetles in general. Anything labeled for beetles in general, you can just use. You can use anything. They're not that difficult to kill. Cindy Cox, where can I get Crossfire? Okay, so let me show you. And I need to show you this because this is important. And I maybe this is a selfless plug or whatever. But if you go to Amazon. And this link's in the description. It's in the description. So if you go to Amazon /shop/Green Acres Pest Control LLC, because I'm an LLC, and you go here, this is my page. Okay? This is I do get a commission. I get like a 3% commission off of pesticides, I think. I think it's 3%. I really don't care what I make off of it. I really don't care. The point is that it's a place where you can go because people ask me all the time, where can I get Crossfire? Just like you asked. So if you go down here, like I've got one video, like see here's spider control. I got spider control chemicals here. I got lice, carpenter bees, bird mites, stink bugs, springtails, cockroach control, bed bug control in Canada and New York, mouse and rat control, termites, bed bug supplies. Here you go. Now here are your bed bug supplies, and there's Crossfire right there. Doesn't look, and there's a 13-ounce bottle. This is just the small bottle of Crossfire right here. So this is where you go to find Crossfire. You get it right here. And you can get Alpine WSGs right there. So you got them both right there in the bedbug supplies. Now some of these are duplicate because some people go here and they don't go for bedbugs. Maybe you go want ants and you don't really think about clicking bedbugs, so you go to ants. Well, if you go to ants, there's Alpine WSG right there too. So you know you can find everything that you need right here. It's like a one-stop shop type of place. And Amazon makes all the money from these sales. I just get a small little commission. But the reason I've got this here is because you need to know where to get the stuff you need. And so that's where it is. But like I said, I don't really know what type of money I make off of Amazon, honestly. I don't make hardly anything. But it's a website that I can use where I don't have to use my actual web page to host all these links. And so it's just easy to do it that way. The difference between Alpine and Crossfire, I just happened to see that flash up. I'm going to get to that question in a minute. I want to try to answer the questions as they come in. Don't skip ads. Okay. Have you ever dealt with rat mites? I had a customer the other day that had rats covered in with bloodsuckers. Going to have to do a spray once we get the rats under control from just north of Toronto. I'm not really sure. I've never had to deal with rat mites, but typically I do treat whenever I do a mouse or a rat job, I always treat the house for general pest control anyway, just because they bring things like fleas and stuff like that in the house too. So I always do that. Danielle says, "Good night, handsome." They got somebody flirting with me, Mom. Alicia Joe, she's gone. I thought my wife was sitting right there. I have a question. Can you drown bed bugs soaking your laundry? No, you can't. They can swim. Precor is a good one, and Temperate. Temperate sucks. Temperate absolutely sucks. It is not a good chemical for bed bugs at all. It is garbage. Because the bed bugs have developed an immunity to Temperate. Good luck killing them if you use it. It doesn't work. At Cindy Cox, Jason has a link to Crossfire in the video description. Oh yeah, I do. I forgot about that. I do actually have a link in the video description of my video, the video right now for Crossfire, because people ask me all the time. So I put on every video. Does lice furniture spray work? Yes, it'll kill the lice that get on the furniture, but they can't live on the furniture for more than like a day anyway. Baking soda. What is this guy? He's giving bad advice. He's just giving bad advice. I can't have that. So bad advice gets. I can't do that. People give horrible advice on my videos all the time, and they tell people to do crazy things that hurt them, and I can't have that. Jason has a link to Crossfire. How do I treat ants coming out of an outlet? Okay, so I have a video on that on my YouTube channel on dusting. I recommend dusting outlets. So if you go down here to ant control, you'll see this duster right here. See this duster? This is what I recommend using. You put an insecticide dust for ants inside this bulb duster, and you dust inside the wall outlet. That's what I recommend you using for ants coming out of wall outlets. That will also help with bed bugs that go in the wall outlet as well, because they will go there too. but don't treat inside the actual electrical outlet. So if you do like a wall outlet like this, so see, when this is one of the problems. So you see this outlet right here. This has got these little these little screws on the side. These are where your electrical wires actually attach. You don't want to touch those with anything metal, like that. That's metal. See, you don't want to touch that to these. You'll electrocute yourself. Don't do that. But you can dust around like the tops. So that like usually there's a square around this when you take your faceplate off. And you can dust around the outlet. Don't dust inside the outlet. Dust around the outside of the outlet so the dust kind of goes in around behind the outlet. That is what you do. And if you've got any hole around the box that actually goes into the sheetrock, you should dust around that box too so it goes actually into the wall void. And it's going to be completely away from anyone. No one's ever going to come in contact with it. But if the ants try to come around this outlet, they'll die. So that's what I recommend. And I've got a video. Go look for my video on how to use dust. And you'll learn how to actually dust effectively to where you don't, always wear a dust mask. Always, don't inhale it, stuff like that. You just practice proper protective equipment, and you'll be okay. Okay, so what is the difference between Alpine and Crossfire? I got to the question. Alpine and Crossfire are two different chemicals. So one of the biggest differences between Alpine WSG. All right, so this is the label. All right, this kills all these bugs. Just to name it, I'm not going to name them all, but ants, lady beetles, like Asian ladybugs, millipedes, mosquitoes, paper wasps, pill bugs, sow bugs, spiders, all kinds of bugs. Crossfire is only for bed bugs. That's the biggest difference between them. And the fact that this is, I don't want to try to pronounce it, but I'm going to do my best. It's dinoturfuran. Dinoturfuran? I don't know. That D word. So that one. And Crossfire. So Crossfire insecticide is only for bed bugs, for one. But it's got 3 different ingredients. You see these ingredients here? That's the ingredient label. So that's what's actually in it. It's I'm like, pibrolyl butoxide. There, I can say that one. But these other ingredients here. So there are 2 different types of pesticides. And it's important. So let me be a little more. So if the bed bugs are immune, they are actually starting to develop a mild immunity to Alpine. Bed bugs are. So if you use Alpine and you notice it's not really getting the knockdown you want, switch and use Crossfire. You'll get better knockdown because they're immune to the Alpine, but they're not immune to Crossfire. It's less likely they'll be immune to Crossfire. This Crossfire is actually for the control of bed bugs that are starting to develop a chemical immunity. That's what it's for. That's what it's made for. It was invented for that sole purpose. Have you ever had to deal with roaches in cardboard boxes and in plastic bags? All the time. How would someone approach this? Throw away the cardboard boxes and throw away the bags. Don't keep boxes and bags in the house. If you have problems with roaches, don't keep that stuff in the house. Spray your house, treat your house, kill your roaches. Easy. Cindy Cox, what about vinegar for bed bugs? It doesn't work. Judy Portwood said, is that safe for in the kitchen? I'm not sure what's safe. Oh, the Alpine? Yeah, Alpine dust is. If you're putting it in the wall, it is. Yeah, don't put it around where you're going to prepare food, but yeah, in the wall, it's fine. Lanita Skinner says, but I never seen any bugs. Let's see. I'm not sure what you're referring to. I can't remember. Chaos Omen says, when you do laundry, do you have to do the wash cycle in hot water? Yes. The dryer's not always hot enough. And yes, you do need to use hot water. Dora Bella says, how long do you have to put pillows and blankets in the dryer? For at least 45 minutes to an hour. That's the general consensus to make sure the heat goes throughout all of it. Danielle says, the guy who came to dust my apartment got a good zap from dusting. He blew my outlet and the electrician called the exterminator a goof. I had a bedbug problem, but called it early. Yeah, see, that's why I said, you don't, if you don't know what you're doing to an electrical outlet, you will electrocute yourself. It does not feel good. I've been bite-free for about a month now, but I'm still freaked out. How do I maintain the work that the exterminator did? He told me to get a steamer. That's a good idea. Yeah, steamers are pretty good. I've actually got a steamer listed on my Amazon page as well, because of, mainly because when you go into places like Canada and New York, you can't actually purchase Crossfire in those areas, and so I recommend steamers to help, along with the different pesticides and stuff you can buy in those countries and in those states that help. It does help. Steamers are not a bad thing. James says, appreciate that, man. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to switch them up every now and then to avoid resistance. Correct. Danielle says, I have a steamer coming in the mail. Judy Portwood says it's an outlet in the wall above the kitchen counter where the food prep and store clean dishes. Okay, so if you're worried the dust is going to poof out and get on your dishes and stuff and your food, then move all that stuff, dust, and then wipe the counter. Clean it up. You can wipe it up. It wipes right up. It's dust. Dust doesn't work if it gets wet. So you wipe it up and clean it up, and you'll be fine. Where should I steam? Okay, so that's a good question. So if you're looking at a mattress, like right here, you see how this seam right here is? Let's show you that. This is a good picture. This is a Google picture. But you see this seam right here? The bed bugs like to hang out there. I recommend, this is a dirty seam right here. Steam in there. Steam all the seams where the bed sits on top of the bed frame like that. Areas like this, see, that's all bed bug poop. You steam that. See all the bed bugs hiding in those cracks. You see the seams and stuff around the mattress. See all this stuff. You treat all of this. Baseboards. There's a picture there of some bed bug poop on a mattress. You want to steam those places. Those are the places the bed bugs are going to hang out. They like to hang out in those places. They get in the cracks, the seams. That's what they like. They like to squeeze into the cracks. So I recommend steaming those areas and around inside the box spring in different areas. See, here's another spot where they're on the bottom of a mattress. So you want to flip your mattress up and you want to steam all these areas. And you want to get the steam needs to be pretty hot. You want it really close. You want so if this is your mattress, you want it right here, really close to it. So it blows that hot water directly onto the mattress. Jason's wife. If you are using a steamer along with a chemical, be sure to do your steam treatment first. That's a good point, Alicia. Thank you. I'll tell you, she'll throw you for a loop sometimes. If she's not talking over my shoulder, she's talking in the chat room. That's my wife. Alicia Akers. That's my wife. Did you say that you were my wife, or did you do that by itself?
Yeah, I pointed it there.
Yeah. Sitting right here, come out of nowhere. But yes, so if you have a steamer, then you want to make sure you steam first, let it dry, and then apply your pesticide. Never apply your pesticide and then steam, because you will ruin your pesticide residuals. I'm not sure what that is. The 221L. I don't know what that is. Swift, what should you do if there's important stuff in the cardboard box and want to retrieve stuff from it? Would it be recoverable? Well, yeah. Yeah. So if you go to, let's see, is it this page? Oh, shoot. There it is. Okay. So what was the question? What should you do if important stuff, cardboard boxes would be recoverable? All right, so you've got these little rooms like this, so you can get these little heat rooms. So I put this on the bedbug in Canada because you can't get nothing. These are expensive, but you could get this. This is a cheaper one. It's still $165, but this is a heat room, And what this does is it actually has a fan blower in it, and it circulates the heat around inside this room. And so if you've got stuff that you're concerned, see how it's even got a little rack and stuff built in. So you can take your small possessions and you can put them in that thing and you can heat it, and it will kill any bed bugs living in like books or, I wouldn't necessarily put electronics in there unless you just don't care about possibly losing your electronics. But you can do things like that, put them in there, and that will circulate the heat around and kill anything inside. That is a good idea to do something like that. How big is your business? Says Daniel Blanton. Not as big as Orkin. June and July. Any ideas for clothes that can't be washed in hot water or heat dried? If you're concerned bed bugs are in your dry clean only clothes, and you think they are in them, and it's not worth keeping them. Personally, I wouldn't keep them. I would give it a shot and see if you could wash it. If it does wash just fine, then great. Otherwise, it's better in the garbage if it's got bed bugs in it. Judy Portland says, can they be steamed? Yeah, see, that's a good idea. If you can steam your dry clean, some dry clean clothes can be steamed, some can't. If you can steam them, you should. Oh shit! Danielle says she loves your beautiful laugh, and hearing you laugh made her smile. Did you read? Are you still in chat?
No.
Oh, she logged off chat. She's not watching chat.
I was kind of listening to you, but I heard you say that. I was like, ooh, I wanted to insert that, but you were in.
She said, "Thank you for the advice." So. Can bed bugs be in my clothes that are hanging in my closet? Yes, they can. They can. I found them there. It's not very likely, but they can be there. How would you get them out of electronics if they had any? Okay. So, if you treat your bed, let's say a laptop. Laptop's a good example because a laptop can pretty much be put anywhere. So, let's say you have a laptop and it's sitting right beside your bed on your nightstand. And maybe you're watching YouTube or something and watching some bedbug videos from Akers Pest Control, which, by the way, you can subscribe to me on my channel right here. This little red button right here. Subscribe. But anyway, if you have a bedbug problem and they get into your laptop and you think they're in your laptop and you leave your laptop sitting beside your bed on your nightstand table and you treat your bed with Crossfire, then the Crossfire will actually, when the bed bugs come out of the laptop to crawl on you, to bite you, they're going to die. Because the Crossfire is there. When they crawl across the mattress, they die. So they're not going to stay in your electronics forever. You don't have to heat treat your electronics. You don't have to, dismantle your laptop or your Xbox to try to clean every little egg and bed bug out of the device. If you leave the device sitting near a surface that's been treated and you're laying on that bed, because you're treating your mattress, your box spring, your bed rails, your legs of your bed, the headboard, basically any way that they can get into the bed to actually get to you, they have to crawl through that treated surface, and when they do, they die. And they're not going to starve to death. They're not going to stay in the laptop and starve when they're laying right beside you. You're right there. The delicious chocolate cake. All right, so I used to use this euphemism all the time. So if you got your child, or example, it's an example. You got your child sitting at the dining room table. All right, Emma, she's right here. She's right here. She's 7. Okay, she's sitting at the dining room table. I got a nice, big, delicious piece of chocolate cake. Don't eat that chocolate cake, Emma. Don't eat that cake. But I'm gonna leave the room for 20 minutes, and we'll see what happens. All right, you're the delicious chocolate cake laying in the bed. You're delicious. Yummy, delicious. And the bugs are like, ooh, I want to eat the chocolate cake. And they don't know there's chemical there, so they just crawl out and bite you and they die. So, that's the way it works. Because I love chocolate cake. I will stick my finger in the frosting of chocolate cake. If it's sitting there and someone has put it there in front of me and they tell me not to eat it, I'm going to at least taste it. And that's how bed bugs are. If you use Crossfire, they don't know it's there, they come out, they bite you. So they're not going to stay in the laptop. They're not going to live in the laptop. They'll starve if they never leave the laptop. So I have done that with shoes. I've done that with electronics. I've told people to just lay it underneath the bed. Not to where it's touching the bed, but just so it's laying under the bed. And the bed bugs are right there where you're sleeping, and they crawl right out and they die. And they leave all that stuff and they die. So don't be concerned about that stuff. If you have hanging clothes, that's a good that's a good thing to do too, June. So if you have hanging clothes and you're concerned that the bed bugs might be in those clothes, you can always lay them out on the floor underneath your bed that you've treated with Crossfire, and when they crawl out of the clothes, they'll die. If you're concerned they might be in the clothes. But you can see the eggs, you can see. So if you go to my Instagram, I don't even know what my Instagram link is, but I think it's on my YouTube. I think it might be on my, let me see. Let me try this. Let's go to my website. So you go to Green Acres PC. greenacrespc.com. So I get all my media links and stuff like that are here. And you go to Instagram. There's my Instagram account. All right, so it's Jason Alicia Akers. So it's me and my wife. We share the same Instagram account. And so there's the box elder bug, there's spider, grasshoppers. So all kinds of different bug pictures. Here's some bed bugs right here. This is, making me sign in. Are you serious? I don't know how well you guys can see these pictures. There's some termites I took a picture of. Some more bed bug pictures. Lots of good pictures here. But I've got one really good picture. Stop telling me to sign up. Now I don't know how to continue. Dang it. I don't want to mess with that right now. But anyway, you can find it there on my Instagram. So you go to my Instagram and you can look. You can see every single stage of bed bugs. Every single stage is there. You can go and you can look at them and see exactly what they look like so you know what to look for. But you can see every stage of bed bug. It's not that you can't see them. You can. And so if you look over all your clothes and you don't see any of those signs of bed bugs on your clothes, you don't have bed bugs on your clothes. How would you get them out of electronics? Haven't worn in years. I think I answered that question. Judy says, does packing your personal items in clear plastic bags and letting them sit in your car on a hot day actually kill bed bugs? Not really. You don't want to put them in anything. You don't want to actually sit them inside a bag. You want to leave them out in the open, like on the dash of your car. That where it gets really hot. Or maybe on the seat and sit it right direct sunlight and roll up the windows. That would kill bed bugs. But not in the trunk. In the actual driver part. Because when the sun shines on your windows, it causes refraction and it causes the buildup of heat. It bounces all around inside the car and it gets really, really, really hot inside the car. But it won't get hot in the trunk. Trunk's insulated. So don't trunk doesn't work. It has to sit in the actual driver compartment. But you can kill bed bugs that way. Cook says, my daughter's bed is a foam. Can it get bed bugs? I read that it couldn't. They can get bed bugs, but typically just on the outside of the mattress. They don't usually get inside the foam mattress. They usually are just on the outside. Judy says, thanks. One more question. Are bed bug interceptor traps a good investment? No, they don't work. So, I've got a jar. Where's my jar? Well, I've got a jar of bed bugs. Okay, I've got this jar. Now let me show you this one. This is a neat one. Let's see if they've gotten out of this yet. They're alive. Let's see. Let's go ahead and let them out. Ooh. Scaring my wife. I'm just kidding. So I've got these bed bugs in here. Oh, is it going to work? It won't autofocus. Focus. There we go. You see my awful nails again. See, those are bed bugs. See them? This is a feeder tube. See that? That's an actual screen on there. And it's air in there. So they'll move around. Oh yeah. See, he wants to eat. He's hungry. He's hungry. And so you can feed them by taking it and putting it like right here on your arm, right here, like this. I'm not gonna feed them right now, but that's how you keep them alive in these things. Get off of that. But so yeah, so they're alive in there, and so just so you know, you can see bed bugs. If you've got bed bugs on your clothes, you can see those. I got those out of a really heavily infested apartment before I started spraying, so I could show you guys what they look like, keep them alive, maybe feed them some dinner one day, maybe let them eat with me. But that's a tube for feeding bed bugs. But they can actually climb up the slick side of glass. They don't slick surfaces do not keep bed bugs out. So the point is that these interceptor traps that people put on the feet of their bed and their sofas and stuff like that, they actually can climb out of them. Everybody's freaking out because I showed them in bed bugs.
You're a little bit crazy, babe.
Well, I freaked my wife out because I opened the bag and flipped out like maybe they were loose and I let them loose, but that I didn't. I don't think so. Is that one? I'm messing with her now. She's gonna be mad at me. But but no, I actually thought I might feed them on camera one night. So the reason I have these, I don't want to seem like I'm crazy. Maybe I'm too invested in YouTube, but I have a problem with some of the scientific information out there around bed bugs and the way they feed. So what I thought I would do is actually just let them eat, let them take a bite one night, and film progressively every single day to let you know how the bites, at least how they bite me, and how they look, how the bites look, how they get worse and how they get better, and with no cream, no salve or anything like that, just showing kind of what they look like, just as like a science for science and for YouTube. Because and my wife, I was telling my wife about what I wanted to do, and she's like, they tell you that there's a reason that a mad scientist, so the mad scientist is the crazy person that does things for science, because they're really curious about how things work and they're willing to put their own body in harm's way because they're a mad scientist, right? And maybe that's what I am. Maybe I'm a mad scientist. But I'm really interested in bed bugs. So, but they're my pets, and I named them. So this one right here, this is Sammy at the top. He's always hanging out at the top. He's real funny like that. He's just real stubborn. And then Florence Henderson, not any relation to the Brady Bunch mom, but she's in there. She's crawling around in there. Let's see. Cook with me says, so the sticky traps don't work. Now, sticky traps, you could catch them on sticky traps, like little glue boards and stuff. But actual interceptors that are slick on the sides, that they're supposed to keep the bed bugs from climbing up. Once they fall in, they can't get out. Those actually don't work. Those actually don't work. So, James says it sounds like an interesting idea. I've never been bit by a bed bug. Okay? I'm an exterminator. I've been around bed bugs for 23 years. I've never actually been bit by one. I've never brought them home. I've been stung by bees, wasps, hornets. I've been stung by ants have bitten me. I've had all kinds of things that have bit me, mosquitoes and fleas and ticks and all kinds of different bugs. I've never been bit by a bed bug. And I have really crazy reactions from bug bites. I get mosquito bites, and I'm not kidding. They get like this big, like that big. Some of my mosquito bites have swole up that big. And so I just have these real crazy reactions from bug bites. And so I thought I would just do that just to see how I would react, so I could show you some extreme reactions. Maybe I won't react at all. I really don't know. Some people don't react from bed bug bites. I don't know. But stay tuned. Maybe I'll do it one night on a live stream. If I ever get the gall to do it, I might have to collect some more. I feel like I might be starving these a little bit too long. They probably need to eat, but I haven't been able to get the gusto to actually let them bite me yet. But I want to set it up. I'm probably going to set up this camera. This is like one of my best cameras I've got, and so I thought I might actually just set that up and let you watch me do it live one night feeding bed bugs. So Thursday nights, who knows? Maybe we'll feed some bed bugs. There was a scientist that fed bed bugs for over 1,000 times trying to keep them alive to develop pheromone traps. Yeah, I mean, people have to be able to do that to learn. If bed bugs eat people, they eat people. That's the way you have to test them. That's the way you keep them alive, is you have to let them feed on people. That's just the way it works. James said, I used Crossfire and it worked. Been 2 months, bed bug free. You're really appreciated, Jason. Thanks for making all these videos. Hey, no problem, James. I'm glad it helped you. That's what I'm here for. That's why I'm here tonight. I take time I got my daughter. She's standing here. She probably wants to play computer for a little bit before she has to go to bed. And she's being real patient with me, so I'm giving up my time. She's giving up her time just so I can help you guys. That's what I like to do. I like to help people. Chaos Omen says, so I've read that it's easier to keep bed bugs away and treat them with less clutter. Is this true? Yes, it is true. It is true. Or does it not matter if you use Crossfire? If you use Crossfire, you will get rid of bed bugs. It may take longer to get rid of the bed bugs because they do have to crawl through the clutter and stuff to get to you. It is a possibility it will take longer. I have not had that problem in even extreme cluttered hoarder type situations. I've been able to get rid of bed bugs with 1 and 2 treatments. So it's not like it's impossible. It absolutely is possible to get rid of them even in a cluttered household. So Judy says, I had bed bug bites. They would be itchy and sting for a week. Some bites scab from the scratching. Yeah, see, I wasn't even going to scratch. I was going to maybe scratch one and see how it behaved, and then not scratch another one and see how it behaved. And so I was going to do all kinds of science and maybe feed them again to get a different reaction and just see what happens. Cook says, my daughter was terrible reactions from bed bug bites, or from bug bites. She was bitten at a friend's house who has a dog, but she doesn't know what bit her arms. Look horrible. Oh yeah, it's probably fleas. Chaos Omen says, oh yeah, I had them a few years ago and the bites itch so bad. Yeah, see, this is the thing people are telling me. See, you guys are telling me that these bites are so itchy, and I'm a wimp. I'm a wimp. Am I a wimp?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She said, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Funny. Funny. But I'm a wimp. I can't handle bug bites. I can't handle pain. I just can't. I don't have a very high threshold for pain. I'm a wimp. And now you guys are not making this any easier on me. You're supposed to say, oh, they don't itch at all. It's nothing. It'll be fine. So then when I let them bite me, you can just say, we tricked you. You know. So you should have done more research. Ha 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 ha. Stupid Jason. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. It's been an hour and a half. It's been a great night. You guys have been real entertaining for me. I hope I entertained you a little bit with my crazy bed bugs. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate it. And look forward to seeing the new video coming up next week on spiders. Be sure to go and subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and be sure you hit the notification on that video specifically so that you know when I'm going live in a couple days. Because it'll be Tuesday night. Tuesday night I'm going to be here and we can talk about the spider video. Y'all have a great night. I really appreciate it, but I've really got to get off here now. I know I don't like to leave when I've got so many people in here, but I have to. I got to get to bed. Got to work tomorrow. Y'all have a great night. I appreciate it, and I will see you next week. Thanks.